Greetings and welcome back to the program, everyone. I don't think this video will convince anyone, though. It's true. In the background, what is now taking place? The dust has finally settled. All parties involved, from the Federal Reserve to politicians to multi-billionaire investors, are coordinating their actions simultaneously. An ex-governor is now attempting to establish New York as a hub for blockchain technology. Tomorrow, the Federal Reserve will hold a meeting behind closed doors, and Trump has already mentioned an impending investment of $20 trillion. Does it seem random to you? Hurry up. These occurrences are not random. Here we have coordination, with Ripple and XRP serving as the silent, regulated liquidity layer that connects everything. Let's take a closer look at what's going on, because I think you'll agree with me when I say this is Ripple's largest move so far after seeing this video. The Bullwinkle blueprint is back and everyone is welcome. Please do me a favor if you are new to this place. Subscribing is easy. If you would like to continue receiving this high-quality information, please do return. What up? Give it a thumbs up already. Helping out the channel in this way is the best option. You won't have to pay anything. Even with the algorithms, you are a big help. Let us not waste any more time and attempt to get Bitcoin back up to 111 by jumping into a market that is above 110,000. ETH has recovered over 4K, a gain of 1.88% in the last day, and is now up over 2.46%. An XRP, sure thing, dude. As of right now, the price is 2.46. Your average crypto RSI is up 3.5%, which means the total market cap of cryptocurrencies is up 3.6 trillion. You know what that is? 46.43, which is very much neutral right now. The fact that price is rising and RSI is content to stay neutral makes it acceptable to me. This is interesting. View the XRP chart here. Everything was discussed yesterday. Tonight we had some green that appears to be playing out. We absolutely crushed this TA yesterday, you know. We will maintain our impressive performance. In this place, that is standard practice. Which one is it that we're examining now? Well, it's not hard at all. Does this XRP chart show the same thing? Following a robust summer rise, it appears to be a mid-trend correction. You can tell it by its appearance alone. Our urge was strong. It all started around this time in July, didn't it? Its reverse side is visible. After that, Binance produced a rapid flush out and a consolidation that lasted several months. And now we're attempting to recover the upside-down structure. I see. In my opinion, it is really textbook-like. Strong backing. Where this wick was at 220 is where we're going to be looking at this thing. We began our breakout in July, so that's why substantial supports will serve as our foundation. As we get closer to the $3 barrier, won't your main resistance settle in? $3. It's something we've always had to deal with. $3 or $4. Continually a concern. We have local backing for it. The V-shaped recovery really took off in the last 3 green circles at 235. Presently, we find ourselves trapped between 235 and 280. In other words, this is a typical post-capitulation recovery arrangement. What we have before us is a textbook chart. You won't believe what will happen if we can get volume over 280. Because that is the definition of a bullish reversal. You should secure your straps. The design is somewhat akin to an inverse head and shoulders or a bottom-up layout. I assume you're familiar with those two. The second scenario is that we will have one more flush if the price falls below 235. Potentially, you could aim for 210, 290. Near future. Can we call it neutral bullish on this? No need to freak out till we hit 280 on the midterm. The news is still out there, and we need to figure it out. The long term, I believe, is an accumulation phase. Hey dude, drop 3 grand. It's limitless. There will be a time when we soar through the air. The news broke on Cointelegraph. He intends to establish a position for chief innovation for blockchain and AI projects, according to Andrew Cuomo. To be honest, the majority of people have no idea what this implies. It will continue to scroll indefinitely. Because this is the starting point, let's examine it. This pertains to new ideas. Integration and control are at the heart of this. From the stock market to banking rules, New York has been the site of every significant financial reform in the United States, and now they're set up to be the hub of blockchain-based financial transactions. For more than 10 years, who have you believed has been preparing the way for bank regulation, settlement, and compliance? To what do you attribute the SEC's decision to withdraw support for cryptocurrency in the US? Ripple is the solution. It's easy as pie. Unlike the other exchanges, Ripple actually fought the SEC. The others either paid a fine or even left the country altogether. Are you not convinced? Read up on it. That is absolutely correct. A move by Como. Listen, this is all over the place. This is the initial stage of integrating blockchain rails with city-level government. Before the Fed's implementation begins, this is a soft launch. Imagine it as a test bed and public face for the future digital currency system. Yes, I understand. At some point, you'll come upon a system that uses digital dollars. A compatible, battle-tested settlement bridge will be required when that system rolls out nationwide. Do you know who is now collaborating with financial institutions? With whom governments and authorities throughout the world are already collaborating? Answering that question with XRP is something you are already well versed in. Then President Trump detonates an explosive device. Investing 20 trillion in the US might happen by the end of the year, according to him. PETA chips. For chips that aren't domestically produced, I impose heavy tariffs. Produced domestically, there is no tariff. Additionally, those businesses are quickly returning from all over the globe, including Taiwan. You're the expert when it comes to $17 trillion. By the end of the first year, my first year, it may be $20 trillion. Is America's investment in you? $20 trillion invested in the United States alone. No nation has ever accomplished anything even slightly less than that. Over his 4 years in office, Biden accomplished less than $1 trillion. The amount was $20 billion trillion. More than 17 trillion will be accomplished in just 8 months. We could end up with almost $20 trillion. Throughout all of China, you will never have encountered anything comparable. Something incredible is taking shape here. The tariffs are a major contributor to that. The point is, it claims to be associated with tariffs. Money doesn't magically materialize, does it? The capital is seeking yield infrastructure because it must go somewhere. The production process perhaps, but the underbelly as well. It is digital finance, as is well known. Here is the flow of institutional capital. It is never said directly. While they refer to investments, what they really mean is a complete reorganization of the US financial system based on blockchain technology, which will stop capital flight and increase your liquidity on a worldwide scale. You can't just drop $20 trillion unless the infrastructure is in place to transfer that much of money in an instant. Along with the institutions who stand to gain the most from the system's eventual flip, Ripple has been clandestinely constructing these pipes. Are you not convinced? Take a peek. When Ripple Swellaband rolls around in 3 weeks, be sure to check out the lineup of participating institutions. Take a look at those organizations. They have ties to presidents and the White House. People, it becomes fairly out of hand. Put it in your mind. For international money transfers, Ripple's XRP ledger is the bedrock if the United States is going to re-industrialize with blockchain technology as the settlement layer. Trump's remarks extend beyond monetary matters. Here he is, foreshadowing the beginning of a liquidity war, with Ripple being the sole participant already functioning at scale, and then this happens. At last, everything fits together. October 20th, tomorrow. The first event is a conference on digital asset innovation and payments being held by the Federal Reserve. Is this lineup ready for you? Coinbase, Paxos, Chainlink, and Fifth Third Bank are seated next to representatives from JP Morgan, BNY Mellon, and Fifth Third. There will be no conference here. The new financial architecture and system are the subjects of this coordination meeting. With Chainlink, data is being linked across chains. You will see the sturdy coin rails being constructed when there are circles there. Coinbase, which will serve as a retail access layer, and Paxos, who is in the room, signify that tokenized cash is standardizing. A bridge asset would complete this, one that can establish connections with all of those systems. And you know who has demonstrated their ability to do that? Alongside global regulators, commercial banks, and central banks. All right, folks, that is Ripple. Everyone has been waiting for this moment. These two companies, TradeFi and DeFi, have quietly merged. They have laid the groundwork for immediate cross-border liquidity, and XRP is the missing link. Just think about that for a while. In light of everything that has transpired, the meaning is as follows. I should have brought this up earlier. It's visible. Listen, Franklin, that's where JP Morgan's whole empire will collapse. Large gathering, large and seemingly unannounced. Actually, I was completely unaware of this until this morning.